Hey, how y'all doing? Thought I'd better do another little update video on these pocket knives. Made me a little bit of progress. These two right here, I um, have them ready for the blades to get nail nicks, and then the, of course, blade and back springs ready for heat treat. I have them fit up in the back spring preload set, and before I do the preload on the back spring, I always sand the walk up to 400 grit. I have this one out right here. See if you can tell a little bit more of a polish on it, which you can tell where it's not hardened, so the blade's marked it a little bit, which after heat treat, I'll polish that right back up. But now on this particular one, when I did the preload, I drilled the center hole set in my preload, and I got it too close to the edge for my liking. And as I was shaping this, I ground too much material away right here without realizing it. So I've got me another piece, and since I drilled the holes with the preload set on that, I went ahead and drilled both the holes on this one, and of course scribed the lines around. And I've scribed the line to where it's higher, and I'll probably try to stay off of that just a little bit to make sure I keep a good thickness there, because the last thing I want is the metal to break or give way right there. So before I move on with nail nicks and heat treatment and all like that, I'm going to do this back spring and get it shaped. I think you can see my scribe lines there in my blue Sharpie. And I've already got it flat. I flattened it before I drilled the holes. And I got the liners cut out and shaped for this one. Because, well, you need to have the liners to set the preload, because there on the inside, I'll run a little bit of blue Sharpie there, and with the blade and back spring, I push the blade against the, well, I'll demonstrate. Of course, I have them in the pins, but I put the back spring and blade onto the liner in the open position with my back spring pressed against the tang area of the blade. And I then scribed that bottom line in the Sharpie there, the bottom one, to show where it is without tension. And then I scribe that second line as a guide of where to put my back spring. I'll take the blade off, which allows the back spring to move up a little bit. And that little dot's where I super glued the back spring using the upper line as a guide to set my preload. I forget how many thousandths that is. Seems like it's somewhere's in the ballpark of 40 thousandths, give or take a little. I've messed with that, trying to get that figured out how I like my preload. But that's how I set my preload. And with the back spring super glued to the liner up on the upper line, then I can use this hole in the liner as a guide to drill the center hole. And some guys will do the same thing, except they'll do it the back hole. It's the same concept. It's just, I guess, personal preference on if you want to set your preload with the middle hole or the end hole, because it's essentially the same concept. Anyways, so whenever I drilled my center hole, it came out way too close to the edge there, at least for me to be comfortable with it. I'd sure hate to sell this to somebody and after a while that create a weak spot and give away. So as you can see how I got the line scribed on this one, it will be a decent amount more away, and I'll probably still stay a little proud of my scribe line in that particular area just to be on the safe side. Anyways, once I get that back spring shaped and fit up to the blade again, then it will be ready to go like these other two to get my nail nicks punched in and do some heat treatment. But anyways, this is where I'm at, and just thought I'd show you a little update on how the progress is going. I hope y'all's having a good day, and I'll talk to you later.